bigger back then.
And he finally threw me and said, "Could you please push one out your videos?" He did. I go, "Well, either call or do a listen to it or make it." I do it all. Whenever I'm holding the babe, I always do that. I just can't help it.
Stand in line at Walmart with big starting already. Like the baby's not even here.
Well, if I go to home with the baby now, I want to Emily, that's the second Emily in our family. That's Emily Borgen.
How old is the other Emily?
How old is girlfriend on?
4?
6 years.
Oh my goodness.
She's checking you out big time.
You see very much?
She is a very much.
That's right. See, I'm a right-hander, she's a left-hander when it comes to that, so we get her on both sides.
Hey, I know it. What's her name? Emily. I thought you said Lois. No. Oh, I thought I heard her right there. Yeah, we got an Emily in the family too. You don't even know who let me introduce her. She cares less. Look at her.
I'll say who you are and what today is, and it's your birthday today, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a birthday Wednesday, the 27th of May.
And how old were you?
Born in 1921, so figure it out.
Where was that, though?
In Cincinnati,
In Cincinnati?
Western Avenue, South Fairmount.
Oh, okay.
And, what else you want to know?
Well, I think you got some. I think you got a brother and a sister here.
Yeah. When I was 2 years old, we moved to Fairmount.
Uh-huh.
And I got a brother, Carl. He was 3 years older than I am. And I got a sister who's 17 months older than I am.
Say hi, Carl.
Hi, Fred. I get the chocolate out of my...
Who else do we have here? Say hi.
Hi.
Well, identify yourself.
Are you going to ask me questions?
Sure. Actually, I tell you what we'd like to do is kind of get a feel for background, so my wife Marilyn's going to ask some questions.
No, I think what you should do is put the camera on the thing.
Okay, I will.
Get it off your eye.
I will.
And let's
I'll get my list. Okay.
do it.
So family history is May 31st, 1998. Why don't the three of you introduce yourself, and I'd like some background on your family.
How about Carl going first?
Oh, gentleman first. Okay, Carl.
I'm Carl E. Dragan.
He's oldest.
I live in Long Avenue, 112, city of Cheviot, Ohio.
How old are you, Carl?
45211. And I am 79 and 11 months.
Okay, and you have your two sisters here, I believe.
Yes, I have my two sisters. My sister Anna is the next one in line, and then Caroline is
I'm the baby.
she's the baby. Then you got the oldest one, and you got the baby.
Okay, why don't we have the oldest one introduce herself?
Anne?
Anna?
Okay, the oldest girl. Well, I was born December the 23rd, 1919.
And where was that?
That was in South Fairmount.
Okay.
Someplace in South Fairmount.
Someplace?
Well, Westwood Avenue. It could have been. I don't know. I don't remember.
Westwood and Salem.
You were there as a baby. I was just a baby. I don't remember. No, but we were there. Yeah.
Okay, Gally, why don't we get some more on you?
I'm Charlie Gettler, and I live in 3971 Mary Avenue, Cheviot. And I'm the youngest of the three.
Okay.
My birthday's May 27th.
Okay.
Born in 1921.
Okay. Why don't you give us some background on your other brothers and sisters and your mom and dad? Why don't you tell us about your mom and dad first?
Okay.
As much as you know about where they were from, when they were born, etc.
In 1880.
My mother and father were from Hungary. They're German people, migrated to Hungary. Austria-Hungary at that time, that was before World War I. That was in 1906, 1905. That's when my oldest brother, George, was born. He went to Mom and Pop. My father, I don't know where he was born, same way with my mother.
What was his profession? What did he do for a living?
He was a baker.
He was a baker?
Yes, he worked for, if you remember, Casey Bread,
Okay.
the Banner Baking Company.
That was in Walnut Hills.
And
How about your mother? What was her name?
her name was Anna Berger. Her maiden name was Berger.
Hannah Berger.
Anna Berger. And she was born in
1884.
Austria-Hungary,
Okay.
in a town called Wojtek.
Okay.
My father was born in Wojtek also.
Do you know what year?
1884 she was born. My dad was born in 1880.
1884.
1880 and 1884.
Okay.
How old were they when they got married?
Grandma was, she was 19. They got married as she was 19. 1954 they were married 50 years. They got married in 1904.
Do you know anything about how they met?
Well,
First of all, they used to go to the dance hall, and that's how they met each other. And that's all the recreation they had. And that was only open on Sunday afternoons. They didn't have movies, dancing. That's why Grandma was such a good dancer. She was. Yes, she was a good thing. She won a prize doing the waltz with a friend of hers, a lady friend. And in those days, I mean, that was really something. That was at a church festival, St. Leo Church.
But that was over here.
Yeah, that was in this.
Oh, okay. But you don't know anything about how they met
Well,
over there.
my dad was in the army over there too for 4 years, and my grandma really, she really loved him. I mean, he was a good-looking guy. And
Okay. Tell us a little bit about your brothers. Yeah, go through the list of your siblings. Your
George was the oldest. He was born in 1905, October the 1st, and Jill was born a year later. In October the 21st.
Joe was born a year later, October 21st.
That's right.
Okay.
And Joe was born October 21st. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay. And that was all of your, that's your only brothers?
No, Frank.
Frank, okay.
John.
Okay, why don't you give us the background on Frank and John?
Well, Frank was born in 1913. Well, my mom had a son that died when he was sick. Frankie was he 18 months old or something? He was a baby. But she had a picture of him. And then Frank was born after that, so she named him Frank.
So there were actually two Franks?
Yes. The one that died, so she named his next to Frank.
I see, okay.
That one died.
That was in Europe?
Yeah. No, that was over here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yachts and Joe were born in Europe.
Okay.
She brought him over, and she took the picture out on the way. It was a big frame, you know. We never took. And I often wondered what happened to it. That picture of little Frankie. Yeah, I don't know who's got that. I mean, and it was the coffin was just like an oval. He was remember that. How old was he when he died? I think he was 18 months. I think he was more like 9 months old because he got pneumonia. They were going to go out that night, and they took him along, and it was a cold, some kind of a caravan, I guess. And they took that baby along, and the baby, it was cold, and he got cramp, and he got pneumonia in those days. If he got pneumonia, he was anyhow, his baby. He was only like 9 months old.
Carl, can you tell me what you know about why your parents decided to come over here and when that happened?
My father came over here first. He got a job and then he went back. And he got my mother.
Okay.
They brought her over here. They got off at downtown where, I guess where the stadium is now. That was a depot in Cincinnati.
Right.
That's what they call the depot. And they walked from there up to Mohawk. That's a pretty good walk. Carrying their belongings, what they could carry in Europe.
What year was that?
That might have been.
Oh no, that was like 1908 or 9.
They came here in 1909.
Wasn't Yachts only 3 years old?
My brother George. I don't call him. When this goes on, we call him by his right name.
See, after my dad came over the first time and got a job, and then I don't know how long he was over here, but then he went back home. And then after he was home a while, he said he's going back to the United States. My mother said, now I'm going with you. And that's why they settled then in the United States. They sold their farm, everything that they had, and just brought, what Carl said, the things that they could carry.
I see.
When they came over, did they come through Ellis Island?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. She mentioned Ellis Island, but she got her citizenship. Yeah, she became a citizen. That's another thing. She went through a lot to become a citizen. In 1939, she started school downtown, and I used to go with her because I think Anna was working at the time, and I stayed home, and she wanted me to go along. I learned more about the American history there than I did in my school. And she knew how to recite the preamble, the Bill of Rights,
Right.
the Constitution she knew, and she couldn't even see real good. But she read to her, and my mother found out.
So why did they wait so long to become a citizen?
My dad became a citizen right away,
Oh, okay.
1924.
Jump in, Carl.
My mother didn't, he didn't take her long to be a citizen.
Oh, I see.
And that's why she had to go to school with my mother to learn everything about the United States.
She really did want. And when Uncle John got married, he got married in 1940. That's when she became a citizen.
I see.
And she really, I mean, she really enjoyed being a American citizen. Believe me. I mean,
She was a better citizen.
She always kidded us about that.
one
My
thing.
questions got icing on it.
One thing they didn't think about burning the flag in those days.
No, they,
I think you're
Got it on there. I know.
not going to have that just throw you.
No, that's okay. Okay, I got some birthday cake on the questions. Do you have any feel for how far your parents went in school?
Put this down on the table.
Well, they only had 2 classrooms, but I'm not saying that they didn't learn more in those 2 classrooms than they learned in high school here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
She always said she only went to the 2nd grade, but I guess what she meant, they only had 2 classrooms in there because the schools were small. It was small.
Yeah. By the way, there was a question that I tried to make sure I asked my mom. What were your parents' middle names?
they never had middle names.
Magdalene. My mother's name was Anna Magdalene.
Magdalene and Frank Joseph.
Frank Joseph, yeah.
There seems to be a debate. Carl says they didn't have one.
I never heard that.
Oh, okay.
That my mother and father had middle names.
Some of us See, Franz Joseph was his name over in Europe.
Right.
And you know what?
Because of the
he wrote
king.
actually to the Kaiser. He wrote the letters. He had a very good handwriting here. And they took him to write letter writing.
And
Can you imagine? I mean, I think my dad was just an ordinary soldier, but the handwriting was really
the guys in the Dragan men, I don't know about the women, but the Dragan men have very good handwriting.
You know who's got the best handwriting that I ever saw in a young man? His handwriting is beautiful. When he sends me a birthday card or whatever it is, I cry because it's just so, he doesn't like it when he writes. It's just, isn't it pretty, Ann?
Uncle Yash used to say.
Oh, he's got Palmer. He gets it in the wrist, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about where and when they got married?
They got married October the 29th.
I don't know, the 29th or 30th, I'm not sure about.
The 30th of October, that's when they, in 1954, they celebrated the golden wedding. So they
Okay.
got married in
1904. Do you know where?
Well,
probably in Wojtek, because that's where their parents were.
Right.
They didn't wear white veils and stuff, white dresses in those days. When Mom showed us the dress that she wore, it was a dark and white dress with a little apron.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess that's the style.
that's the style then in those days.
You know, we had that picture of Grandma.
Well, you know how things changed since you were here.
Sure.
You know, we never wore t-shirts. We always wore blouses and shirts.
Right.
I'm so glad we got this kind of clothes, you know. Yes.
I was in charge. I got picture that you talked about the 18-month-old died.
You got that?
I had that picture. I don't know what happened to it. I had it. I might have it upstairs. I'm not sure.
Coming over your house.
I'm not sure if I got it or not. But I was in charge. I had to empty the house.
My mother never got over that.
And I got a lot of that stuff.
She cried. Oh.
Yeah, in those days, they didn't even use the undertaker. The parents had to dress the baby.
But I don't know where.
Carl, if I could interrupt, why was it that your dad decided to come to Cincinnati?
Because they were friends
He
here.
had friends here. And
They owned a bakery.
the reason he came to the United States, his brother was here.
Oh, okay.
My mother's brother was here. And Frank. And they died when my mother, they were supposed to meet my mother and father. But when the mother and father got here, they went to Michigan to work in a grape area.
I see. Okay.
They worked on a farm.
And they lived. So they had George and Joe, his father,
Right.
and the mother and father, in one room at Mohawk on McMicken.
Uh-huh.
And what they done there was my mother even had a border. That was five.
I see.
And
Now, after they lived in Mohawk, where did they move to?
Fremont.
they moved on. Well, I just said McMicken.
Well, then Fremont. That's where they were.
Fremont Street.
Okay.
From there they moved to Westwood and Salem on the second floor.
Okay. And
That was born,
yeah.
we were all three born in Westwood and Salem.
Now, were you born in a hospital or were you born at home?
And midwife.
Oh, you were actually born at home then. All three of you?
My mother always said, I cost the most, I cost $5.
Oh, you cost $5. Were you worth it?
Yes, I think every bit of it.
How much did Carl cost?
Nothing.
He was-
I don't know. They never tell me how much I cost.
Mom always said I cost $5. I was the most expensive, so I guess we
How
were
about,
different events.
how about you, Anna? How much did you cost?
$5.
Oh, you were under 5. were you smaller than she was at birth? Did you have to pay by the pound?
I don't know. I think I was capable of baloney.
Pop was false in our house. When he wanted us to go to bed,
Now, I am positive.
just turned his eyes up. And we walked upstairs. Now you get a kid that's a year older, he'll tell you all.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that like that? We respected our parents.
I have no idea.
My dad was my dad's dad, my grandfather, died at age 16. He fell in a well, and when they got him out, he was dead. Now,
I did. Oh, you didn't bring any in? Mom told me that.
And I mean, we were always together.
grandfather
I'm learning something from our history too.
Sure. I learned a lot of things when we did my mother. I never realized that one of my sisters was named after a baby girl that one of my dad's sisters. I didn't even know he had that sister.
Oh, I
She
see.
died like 18 months old.
Oh,
My name is American people listen to them.
you know what my name is? Anna Elizabeth Christina Dragan. And see, my mother's name is Christina. So my mother said when I was born, she said, oh, this is going to be Anna Christina Elizabeth. And my father said, Anna Elizabeth Christina. So he put his mother's name before my mother's name. My mother wasn't even allowed to,
One of his
just take the name she wanted,
so-called
But
he said, you see that policeman over there?
she was
He said, you go over
She's a good woman. I don't know if I could take all the things that she said or live in the kind of keeping. But see, she was a smart woman. She knew how to make something out of something small. To make a big meal out of something. And a wonderful baker. Oh, my dad was a baker too. He was. My mother was for our home baking.
Joke out of something like that because he didn't know what it was.
If I could jump in, I'd like to get some more chronological information.
Well, he is.
Oh, okay.
Giving me the background of my
All right. Your grandfather died when and where? Oh, your dad, I'm sorry.
my dad.
Yeah.
My dad died here in Cheviot, Ohio, at home. November 13, 1954.
54.
Okay.
Okay. How did he die?
I think he had a
hemorrhage.
Cerebral hemorrhage.
I was there when he died.
Okay. How about your mother?
She died
In the hospital at St. Francis Hospital.
at the hospital, but she lived with us. I mean, she was in the hospital for about a month. And then really got bad. And then on Friday, she called the life squad. She went back to the hospital and she died that night. Well, early in the morning, Saturday morning, which was December the 12th,
And that was 19.
1969.
I know when it was.
1969.
And the priest came down from upstairs and he said, "You don't have to worry about your mother. She's fine." He made it.
They had her on, it wasn't even a gurney, it was like a slab in that room for her to go on because she was really failing bad. And all she was doing was whispering. And I thought, I don't understand her. I put my ear down to her and thought, couldn't understand a word that she was saying. But when she actually died, she got a chill up her shirt.
Yeah.
She was just, and she was little. She was a little girl.
They said that cancer kid.
And when she was laid out, she was beautiful, white.
There's one thing I have to know about your mother. Why did she love wrestling so much?
Because first of all, she had a son who was a prize fighter.
Well, I knew. No, that's right.
And she got involved with sports, but when Joe had a fight, my mother was nervous. She went to one time, and by the time that fight was over, that handkerchief
really?
she had was thread. And she loved wrestling. And it used to be on Saturday afternoon when she was home, and she just had her ear and her nose right on that TV. And
She was hard of hearing, I think.
well,
Right?
she was.
Yeah.
Towards last, but I mean,
She had to be that close to the television.
she couldn't see very good either.
And she had to have black and white. They never had color. They did have color. She didn't want
She
color.
didn't want color, but she was used to her black and white, and she would sit real close.
And it wasn't no 27 inches.
Right.
And it was 10 inches.
Wasn't it that she got hit on the head with a
Well, that's another thing. When her brother threw a cap at her, and it had a piece of wheat, you know how that, and that thing, the wheat stuck her in the eye, and in those days, it started to fester and stuff like that, but they didn't take her to the doctor right away. They figured, well, it would get better, but it didn't. I mean, actually, she lost sight in her one eye, and then when she went through menopause is when the other eye started failing.
So she never got hit with a baseball.
No,
Yes,
not a
she
baby.
did.
Not, oh, well, yeah, but that ain't what caused
No.
that.
But